What's up, guys? Welcome to the Toy Vox. Today we're going to be talking about the new Joy Toy Warhammer Imperial Fist set. That's going to include 4 figures and a Redemptor Dreadnought. So first up, we're going to talk about the Dreadnought. It looks to be a repaint of the Ultramarines Dreadnought minus the Gatling arm. It comes in, based on my notes, at 30 centimeters tall, which is give or take 12 inches. I'm not sure if that includes the gun on top. But let's dive into this first. And the one thing that I notice immediately is that Gatling gun arm. I cannot wait to have this on the shelf. Flip over to the back. So from this shot, you can see that it has ratchet joints. You can see them in the knees. You can kind of see them in the elbow on the left arm. For anyone that hasn't purchased one of these, or really any of the mechs from Joy Toy Warhammer, they all have a ratchet joint system. So typically on anything like a large scale figure, when you start to pose it based on the size, it kind of starts to droop down over time. With these ratchet joints, it allows you to create a dynamic pose that holds, and it holds for a long time thanks to those ratchets. So the next picture, again, you can see that Gatling gun up front and center. The thing's amazing. The left arm also has a smaller Gatling gun, and you'll notice there's fingers. We've got 4 fingers. They're fully posable. If you want to, you can have them picking up one of your figures, throwing them to the side. Maybe they're fighting chaos. So here's a photo of the sarcophagus. Now this does open up, as you can see here pictured. However, that sarcophagus itself does not open. It's not removable. Unlike the Ultramarines Dreadnought that came with a head that you could pose around, this does not have a figure whatsoever. You're simply getting the Dreadnought itself. Moving on to our first figure of 4. Man, this one is amazing. This is the Imperial Fist, 3rd Captain Torgaradon. He is a giant figure, but there's a few things that you'll notice with some of these pictures. He doesn't come with a lot of accessories. He's got a giant fist hand for just tearing people up on the battlefield. He does have a cool shoulder cannon, a little reminiscent of the Predator for me. He's got a lot of charms hanging around his waist. I mean, he has a lot going on for himself. But the thing that really irritates me is he does not come with any accessories other than what you see here. There's no swap out hands. He doesn't come with even a pistol, a rifle, nothing. What you see is what you're going to get with this figure. Here's a picture of front and back. The next thing that I think a lot of collectors are going to have issues with, that cape. Some people like to pose their figures and really cool action poses, jumping, kneeling. That cape will more than likely get in the way of you giving this a real dynamic pose. It is going to be a softer material. I don't know if you have the Librarian. That cape, it's not posable. It's not cloth. It is a rubber material, but it's very pliable. So it will get in the way when posing, but you can at least bend it and warp it and manipulate it to where it's not that big of an issue. But this figure looks fantastic. I can't wait to get it. It does not come with any other head sculpt either, so you're not going to be able to have a helmet. Again, with this character, it is what you see is what you get. The next figure is going to be the Imperial Fist Primaris Captain. And this one, to me, just screams Roman soldier. I love the look. I love the design. So with this one, we get 2 head sculpts. We've got the helmeted head, and we have the unhelmeted head. And this one actually comes decked out with quite a few accessories. We'll get to that in a second. Here's a shot of the front and the back. Again, he's going to have a cape, so much like Torgaradon, that cape may get in the way of posing. But again, it's a pliable material, so it shouldn't be too bad. So here's a layout of everything he comes with. He has a cape, his sword. He comes with 4 hands, plus the hands that are on the figure already. We've got a backpack. We've got some pouches. We've got his bolt pistol, his bolt rifle. And this is exciting. We're starting to get new hands on these 2.0 bodies. So we have more dynamic hands. We've got an open palm, a closed fist. We've got a pointing hand to kind of direct that legion in which way the enemy's coming, or if they need to whatever, see something in the distance, they can point it out. The part's obvious. But all the figures, it seems, so I can't say all, Targaradon doesn't come with much, but most of these figures now, that Joy Toys decided they need to start including some action posing hands. I'm grateful for that. Not to say that collections and even photograph standpoints where they don't get boring, but it does help bring more life to that display when your figures aren't just standing at their sides with balled up fists or just holding a rifle. This way you can bring more life to your shelf, your poses. Toy photographer, you want to bring more life. You want to capture emotion with those photos. These hands are definitely going to help you do that. This is a fantastic figure. And our next one up is the Imperial Fist Heavy Intercessors. This is a big chunky boy. Again, he comes with one helmet. This is going to be an army builder. And I say army builder, this is technically the Heavy Intercessor Soldier 1. The one that I get to after that is going to be the Heavy Intercessor Soldier 2. And I'll explain what that really means. But this figure and the next one coming up are basically designed for army building. There's parts that you can swap out between the two, or if you buy multiples of each, there's parts that you can swap out. And it kind of gives you the sense that you're not getting the same figure a second time. It is different. You can put a bunch of them on your shelf, and there's enough differences between swap out accessories that they can differentiate themselves. So you see this guy, he comes with a giant heavy bolter rifle. It does attach to his back via hose. Let's see here. Here's the front and back image where you can see that hose going from the gun into his backpack. And actually on this picture you can see a hole on his waist belt, and this is what I talk about as far as army building. So they'll come with accessories, be it a pistol in a holster or charms, and you can plug and play those items anywhere you want where those plugs are. Between different figures, they're all interchangeable across the line. If you had an intercessor that came out months ago and you have a charm in the box that you decided you were never going to use, this is where you can pull that charm out, plug it into this new figure, and it's now technically a different character. So his loadout consists of a backpack with that heavy bolter rifle. There's the charm that I was talking about, that skull charm. He's got a sheath for his knife, 4 hands, not including the one on the figures. We've got that holstered pistol, which I kind of have an issue with this. Why include the holster pistol and not an unholstered pistol? Which again, if you're army building and swapping parts, this kind of gets annoying. For the price that many of us are paying for these characters, this one, I have not seen any prices listed yet. My assumptions are going to be between $45 and $55 USD. And I feel like that price point, they should be able to throw a pistol in there. At this point, they have the mold. Why not just cast it and throw it in there? But it is what it is. If you have a character that came with a pistol and you just have him displayed with a rifle, you can take his pistol and use this for this display if you want to. You won't have an empty holster for this figure, but again, if one of your characters is holding his rifle, chances are you've got him with the pistol in the pouch on his side. You can grab the pistol you can grab the pouch without the pistol and slap it on him to kind of make it seamless. So then again, he comes with those posing hands. I've already touched on this before, but again, it's so nice to have some hands that bring some life to your characters. And the final figure here is the Imperial Fist Heavy Intercessor Soldier 2. This one, unlike the one before it, he comes unhelmeted. And the reason for that is, again, if you buy 2 of each, he comes with a different rifle as the one before. You can swap heads. Now you got 2 different characters. So again, if you have 2 of each, you end up with 4 totally unique characters. Let's see here. So here's a photo of the front and the back. You can see that his heavy bolter rifle does not have an attachment to his backpack. It's freestanding, so that won't be an issue with posing. Now on the figure before this, which I should have brought up, that heavy intercessor's piping from his rifle to his backpack, that is going to hinder your ability to pose that figure. That gun is going to stay in the right hand as opposed to swapping it to the left. But bringing it back to the Intercessor Soldier number 2, I'm not a fan of these heads, and the reason why is, to me, this is more of an old school design. That Intercessor with the breathing mask on there. I'd rather have a helmet, but it's something different on the shelf. I can't say no to it. I'll be getting it. And again, here's his loadout. So we've got his heavy bolter rifle. He also comes with a knife and a sheath, another charm. Here's a pistol yet again in its holster. No unholstered pistol, but it is what it is. And another accessory set for his belt. It's a pouch. It could be whatever you want. Does it store ammo? Is there a charm in there? He's got keys to his house. Who knows? It's your story. So these accessories again lead you to army build. On this photo specifically, if you're looking at his belt, you'll see a plug. And again, you can plug in the sheath for his knife, the charm, the holstered pistol, or the other accessory. This will allow you multiple display options to, again, make a difference on your shelf. If you bought 2 of these, if you bought 4 of these, plugging that charm in on the front or the knife on that front and swapping helmets with other characters gives you a totally new figure for your army builders out there. So that's it. That's the new wave from Joy Toy, the Imperial Fist. Again, it's 4 characters and a dreadnought. We're starting to get to that point where some of these feel like repaints, but there's a reason for that. Everybody out there has their favorite chapter. And this may not be your favorite chapter, so you may skip it. Or you might be a customizer and you could decide, hey, this set looks great. They're all sold individually. I kind of like the Primaris captain, but I wish she was green. I kind of want to make a salamander. I can tell you the salamanders are coming. What characters of salamanders are coming are unsure. But if you're impatient or you want to hone your craft, you want to paint something that's much larger than a Games Workshop model, this would be it to test your skills. And that's the way from Joy Toy Warhammer, the Imperial Fist. Again, 4 characters and a Redeemer Dreadnought, all sold separately. Joy Toy has kind of moved away from the sets back when this line first started and being released in September of 2021. This more than likely would have been a box set where you got 4 figures in the box for one price. They've thankfully moved away from that. That way you're not forced to buy all 4. If there's a character in there you don't like, or if there's a character in there that you do like and you want to have multiple of, you're not forced to buy multiple sets. You can get them individually. I'd appreciate it if you guys like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at JoyToyWarhammer. Find me on TikTok at JoyToyWarhammer. And join the Discord. I'll put the information down in the description. We've got over 800 members. We do a monthly giveaway, which is brought to you and sponsored by Cool Toys Club. There's an amazing service from a company based in China. The owner's name is Lloyd Chen. He's been an amazing person to us in our Discord. So please, if there's any figures that you see here or anything that you've seen online, go to his shop, make your purchase, tell him that we sent you, join that Discord, and I appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.